Hi, howdy, hello. I'm Girgy, one of the artists for the Dream Dragons Patreon, and I'm here to talk to you today about Splatoon. Yep, that's right, Splatoon. A game that I know most people have heard of, and I particularly am pretty fond of. When talking about Splatoon, there are many things that come to mind. We have the idols, Callie, Mari, Pearl, Marina, the list goes on, you already know them. The gameplay, Splatfest, the music. I personally love each aspect and think the overall world and gameplay is so fun and interesting, which is why I rose from the depths of the ocean and wrapped my gremlin hands onto Annie and pulled her into the hells that is Splatoon. And today, we're going to do a bit of a dive. This month marks the 10-year anniversary for Splatoon, at least that's what my sources tell me anyway, which is why we figured what better way to celebrate than to make our monthly sticker for June Splatoon themed. Alright, so as you can see, I already sketched everything, not gonna lie. Um, Obviously, I think since we're working on your hair, I think if you remember correctly, I gave you like two options for the hair.
Because that's right, you did.
Yeah, because I wanted to go with your initial design that you have, where your hair is just out and flowy. But I think when I sketched it, it looked so weird to me.
Yeah, it's hard to like it's hard to what's the word?
Translate?
Yes, it's hard to translate the hair for my design because with just even like in general like the tentacles because you want to keep to like the shape and the format for everything.
Absolutely.
So, which is why when you showed me both, I really did like both, but I just thought the ponytail looked so good, like with the whole design itself.
Yeah, I think at one point too, I debated the idea of giving like you tentacle horns, like yeah, because I know your initial design has dragon horns, and I played with the idea of it, and I think it looked really busy to me, so I decided not to, because even without the horns, you can still tell it's you.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when, obviously later when you add the colors to the design for the universe like swap, you can tell that like it has a lot of the key elements, like the whole thing with the stickers in general, like the whole theme that we went with is kind of giving an ode to Kingdom Hearts because we both really like that game.
Absolutely.
Gergie loves it a lot more than I do. Like she knows a lot more than I do, and she definitely had me put more re-love. That's not the word. She helped me love it more. So just the idea of when Sora and Goofy and Donald go to the Nightmare Before Christmas one and it's right, and it's not everything about them isn't all the same, but you can tell it's their design.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we're switching on to you.
We're on to me. Oh, gotta flash you for a second. I struggled a little bit with mine, mostly because my design's hair is obviously textured hair. And I went with an inkling for me and an octoling for you because, respectfully, those are the species of Splatoon characters we play as. And honestly, I didn't. No hate, all love to the bubble octoling fro, but that's not the texture hair I have that would have natural afro look, so I didn't want to go with that. So I kind of went with a layered bob to kind of portray the shape of my hair in my original design. I do like how it came out because I also was struggling with how to incorporate not having the eyes being seen. So I went with the glasses because also I like the glasses accessory on on Splatoon. Not as much as I like the Christmas hat, party hat, but you know, that's not on theme. It's not Christmas.
Exactly. I mean, your hair and design is a lot different in general. Like, obviously on screen, you guys will see, like, her design, like her VTuber design, but translating that would have been a lot more difficult. And her hair isn't textured like she said. So I really like how you went, or like the approach that you took with the design.
Thank you. Yeah, because I really I also didn't want to go too as the kids would say, balls to the wall with the designs, because at the end of the day, they're going to be on 2 to 2.5 inch sticker, and I didn't want it to be too all over the place, too chaotic. And I also didn't want it to be too complex that, you know, I handed it to Annie and she would look at me and be like, "Are you for real? You want me to replicate this?" Because initially I think I started off wanting to do like us as idols. But then
that's cute.
Yeah, because I was like, "Oh, that'd be cute." And then I was like, everyone wants to be an idol. let's not be that guy, you know. And then I was like, I got a little, I was getting too in my head with it, and I was like, let's just make it simple. We're just two average Joes who like to go on the streets and paint the streets.
That's funny that you say that, because what you guys are gonna see later on in the video when we get back, like, to the portion of the sticker making, I originally wanted to draw us with our weapons that we use, but I was like, oh, no, this would be a lot to do, like, for a sticker, because if I did too much with it, it would have been so busy that like I like to use the painter,
the splat roller.
Yeah, the splat roller, and Girgy used to do the splat roller, but she started doing the gun. Yeah. So then I would have done like a pose with like her with the gun, and then me with the. And listen, I'm not gonna lie, the splat roller is huge.
It's huge.
So like at least with like Girgy's pose, it would have been cool because she has like the gun. But like with my splat roller, it could have made the design super busy. So decided not to go with that, and I just went with the, you know, the pose that I did.
Yeah.
But even like in this design, I love how you did the hair.
Oh, thanks.
I just love that. I think my favorite part is that like my hair is white in the design, and I really love light blue. But like in my really, really old first design, it was mostly whites with golden accents and light blues. And eventually I scrapped that idea because it didn't translate very well in terms of color, and it was just too light, and it didn't contrast in any way. It just all blended together. So even with how you were doing this, Girgy, with the octo patterns and the coloring, like you added that, like I love that you didn't add the dark part of my horns to the hair. It still looks like my hair, but with my color palette, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I even debated too, because I was like, do I put the dark parts with the golds in there, or what? And I was like, you know what? Let me not overcomplicate. Let's keep it simple, because if I threw in like 2-3 colors, I knew it was going to look like a lot.
Yeah.
And even with your hair, I went with like a blue, off-white blue, so it wasn't straight white, but it was white enough. And then having like that steelish, like medium to light blue for the tips.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is it. This is the move.
This is the play.
This is the play. I did struggle a little bit with eventually when we get to the coloring of the hair. I did struggle a little bit with the coloring for my hair, because my VTuber's design. The hair is like a dusk, dreamy sky pattern. And I don't know about y'all, but Splatoon Inklings don't have, like, patterns in their hair aside from, like, the texture of the tentacles. And I didn't want to just slap them on there. So at first I was kind of struggling as to where I was going to stick that so it would kind of connect with my character. So eventually you'll see, said that twice. I decided to put it on the jacket because I feel like that would still fit the character and also kind of be like a cool fashion statement, you know, while still being like, yeah, I know that wench.
Yeah, I thought that was super smart. Like, you really kept with, like, you stayed true to the Splatoon style while also making sure to, like, I just think it's so smart. I don't know,
Thanks.
like, I don't know how to describe it. It was so smart how you added the texture onto, like, like, just your clothing and everything else. It's like if you were to, like, put out a clothing brand and, like, make stuff inspired by your design, like that jacket, I would buy it. Like, I would want to wear that to represent my favorite VTuber.
Not gonna lie, I'd wear the hell out of that.
If anyone wants to work with Girgy for that, let her know.
Please. I have ideas sometimes.
Yes, but literally, it's just so cool to see how you design them. Literally because it's so simple, but it just says so much, and that's really hard in my opinion, that's really hard for people to do, is to set something so simple in a design, but also translate really well. Okay, so with the background, you can obviously tell that I was going for kind of like a splat. It was a splat kind of thing, obviously.
A splat kind of thing for Splatoon.
Yeah, but also, like, I don't know, I was thinking of, like, Splatfest. I was trying to think of what pose, like, the emotes that they used that would fit us better, I would say. So I tried to give you more of a sassy kind of pose because the design that you made for yourself was just, it just said sassy to me. It said, I have all your money.
Give me your money.
Yeah, give me your money, basically. So that's kind of the pose I was trying to give for you, which, if you can see on the screen, the pose that I used for Girgy's. And then, I don't know, I kind of looked at different ideas for my pose. I still wanted it to be, like, semi-dynamic. I didn't want this sticker to be, like, too busy, but also kind of translate the designs that you did, you know, well enough so that it felt like we won a game, or, you know what I mean?
This is our winning screen and we're fronting on the haters.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of the vibe that I was trying to get. With the shoe, I kind of tried to, you know, back in the day when you would draw the S's with the lines.
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah, I tried to give that vibe with the bottom of the shoe. You can tell that I am still not used to drawing shoes very well.
I mean, at the end of the day, who is?
Some people.
We're not one of those people.
Exactly. You're gonna see me struggling right now to do the hand. I did that and I said, that's ugly. I think. Unless it was edited out.
Nope, not yet.
Yep, nope, there it is. I went with a more blocky look on the fingers because of the model design for the Splatoon.
They do have very blocky fingers, so it's
Yeah.
very fitting in universe.
Yeah, so I tried to keep it in style, but also like with the nose, I gave it kind of a button feel. When I was doing like the line art or whatever. So I tried to keep it to the Splatoon-y, like
the style.
Yeah, I tried to keep it to the style while also using like, you know, my line art and own style with it. So it's like a weird Frankenstein with the
nice
art.
Hot pot, yeah.
Yeah, hot pot. Oh, okay, you used a better word for it than I did.
You gave it Frankenstein, called it some ugly creature.
It is.
Shut up.
No.
No. No, I really do love the pose combo you did for the sticker. It just honestly is. I like it. It tickles something in my brain.
It tickles something in your brain?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I really love that you use the, you know, hiding your eyes, but with like glasses instead of using just the squid thing over the eyes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, obviously we talked about it more during the design part, but I did really struggle a little bit with it because I didn't want to just do the hair, but also I wanted to cover the eyes because that is a key design element with her. With me, if you will.
Yes, with you.
With me.
You can see already in the sketch right here that I closed the other eye because I didn't feel like drawing it.
So real, Queen.
Then me, while I line art, changing things from the sketch.
As one does.
Tried to also make the little suction cups look more 3D from the sketch. But yeah, so I guess on that topic of, you know, Splatoon being the theme this month, crazy that's already been 10 years.
Honestly though, yeah, it almost feels like it was just yesterday. I think it was like it got announced on like E3, which that statement alone says how long it has been because E3 doesn't exist anymore. And I was like, man, I wish I had a Wii U. No one wishes that now. But
It's so true. I thought I wanted a Wii U when they came out. I never got one, but I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, I heard it was hot garbage. but yeah, I was like, oh my god, I want a Wii U so I could play Splatoon. And then I never got a Wii U. And then I got a Switch like 1 or 2 years after it came out. Just so I could get Splatoon 2. And then like a month later they announced Splatoon 3, so so I was like, okay, cool, I guess. But I honestly, I think Splatoon is like probably one of the really good games from Nintendo. It kind of has like that. I don't want to compare it to COD because inherently the only thing it has in similar to COD is that it's a first-person shooter-esque game, but this is family friendly.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but I really enjoy it. I think it's so fun. I love that the matches are like 3 minutes long. It's not that much of a commitment, unlike some games where I'm there for like 30 to 50 minutes if my teammates don't surrender. Obviously, there are some aspects to Splatoon that I wish were better. Like, I think they fixed it in 3. Like, if someone disconnects, it just drops the game entirely.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, thank God. But it's not thank God when, it drops me and I'm at home with my Wi-Fi. But that's not a Splatoon problem. That's a Nintendo problem. But
oh no.
Oh no. But I honestly kinda the copium in me kinda wants them to make another Splatoon. And honestly, there's no way that they're not going to, but like
I was gonna say with the new Switch coming out.
Yeah, there's no way they're not going to, but I wouldn't be surprised where they're like, nope, this is all you get.
Really? You think so? Splatoon is like one of their best-selling games.
I think so.
It's like how they always make a Mario movie. It's like how they always
Mushroom Kingdom, here I come. Yeah, they always make fucking Mario, freaking Mario. But I think I don't know, cause like part of me thinks they would still make more Splatoon games, but at the same time, even when I was trying to sell the idea to Splatoon to another person, it literally is the same thing over and over. It's the same game. Different idols, different weapon mechanics, different maps, but ultimately, fundamentally, the game is the same.
Yeah. Just on different consoles.
Yeah, different consoles. But I mean, I think that's kind of just the formula Nintendo takes with most of their games. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Which honestly, hey, sometimes I take that formula. If it's not broke, why fix it?
Yeah. I mean, it's fair. It happens.
Yeah.
It's how it works.
Yeah. It's how the cookie crumbles.
Exactly.
Like how this became us rambling about Splatoon.
Yeah, because, we already discussed, the
True.
design elements of, the sticker. We did, of course, the thing. The pose. I say the thing as if people understand what I'm saying.
The thing.
Yeah, did the pose. Now you guys can just enjoy the rest of my coloring. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. This is our first one, obviously. If you were interested in these stickers and wanted them mailed to you, we have a Patreon with the Sticker Club specifically for these. We are planning to make videos every month to showcase what we make. And thank you so much to the Patreons we have already that support us and let us do what we do every month.